there, dreamers. It's me, Jacqueline. If you are new around here, hello. Today is a video about the first segment of my outdoor garden adventures, I suppose. I'm showing you all the plants that I used for this project first. I am in zone 6, by the way. For this project, I wanted to pick plants that were not only perennial, meaning they're going to come back every year in my zone, but that are also deer resistant and rabbit resistant, because I definitely have plenty of both. I think it was Laura from Garden Answer that said that heuchera are actually not that resistant for deer, that's still kind of a problem. I've definitely noticed that with hostas in my neighborhood. They tend to get snacked on by the deer, but we'll see. I do have some spray deer and rabbit repellent that I do use if I notice any bites taken out of things, but it's not something I use all the time, just so that you know. For this project, I'm going to be using soil, landscape fabric, mulch, and worm castings. I also used a bottle of Osmocote all-purpose slow-release fertilizer in this bed, but I did not have footage of it. I apologize. Here's 15 minutes fast forwarded into 15 seconds because my stoner brain could not figure out the simplest piece of this.
It's
not big enough. It doesn't fit.
Many minutes later.
Whoops. I'm done. I figured it out. I did end up returning this tiller because it was not very effective, and I did end up having to do it by hand for the most part. Oh! Ah! This was the step where I did not film, and I added soil and that Osmocote fertilizer to the top of this. This is just fill dirt that's back here, and we are very clay heavy where I live, so we definitely wanted to add that sphagnum moss, and I tilled it, and then I laid out the landscape fabric, and that's where we're picking up here. Here I started adding some little borders to the garden, and my husband reminded me that that might cause me some drainage issues and maybe I should not do that right now. I thought he was right. But I used rocks that we dug up to weigh down the landscape fabric, and then I laid out all my plants on top to try to get a layout figured out. And I cut holes in the landscape fabric the size of the pots. In hindsight, I would have done this in a slightly different order. Rather than weighing down the landscape fabric with rocks from my garden, I would just put the fabric staples in first. That way it won't move around so much when you're trying to place your plants. There they are, all lined up and ready to be planted. This tool I'm using is a bulb planter, so technically it is not for this purpose. However, it was almost the right size for these pots, so I thought it would work. These 3 plants are actually the only ones that successfully went in using only this tool, so I would not recommend it if you have very clay, rocky soil like I do. I ended up using this attachment with my drill for a lot of the plantings beyond this clip. And there are also longer attachments that you can get so you don't have to squat down while you're doing it. I would highly recommend that if you're going to be doing a lot of planting. I've put a little image here on the screen so you can kind of see what that looks like. And if I do more planting, I'm definitely going to be picking up one of those. This was some really rough work, guys. I mean, I have very clay heavy soil, and all these rocks that are piled up by my stairs are all the rocks that we've dug out just with what we've planted so far in the yard, so it's not ideal. It's very, very laborious work. My husband actually did the last few on the end over there.
The next day.
Here you can see I'm using my fabric staples to secure the landscape fabric. And this is what they look like before the mulch goes down. added mulch, and Mother Nature gave us some water, thank goodness. And this is how it turned out. I love how vibrant the lemon love coral bells are. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and tell me which one of these plants is your favorite. I would love to hear about it. Do you have any of these in your yard? Have they come back for you over different years now? Let me know how they're doing. I would love to have an indicator as to how these guys will hold up. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!